Alright, so I saw a video on YouTube about how to make these little pen cartridge things, ballpoint pen cartridges. You need a pair of pliers, a pen that has a clicker on it because it's got the little fins. You can just throw the pen thing away. You don't need that. Just the little, or the spring. You don't need the spring. Just the pen piece. And then you need a used needle or one that's new if you prefer. And then you'll need some scissors and some electrical tape. Take this apart, click chink, sound effects. Be careful with the needle so you don't hurt yourself. You're going to pull this little needle through the membrane. You'll see I'm about to do it in just a second. Well, first you want to cut the needle, or the pen, to the size of the entire cartridge there. So I usually cut it a little bit extra just in case I make mistakes, because I make a lot of mistakes. So cut that, put that, pull that through, just like that. Pull it through, throw that away in the sharps box, or somewhere you're not going to cut yourself on it. Then you're going to want to push the pen through the top of the membrane thingy here, so that the piece that you cut off is about where the rotary bit thing is. Yeah, then you're gonna want to try and put it in, but you can't yet. I already messed, because you can't push it through. So you gotta cut the tip of the needle. Pull this back off real quick, and then I will cut the tip of the needle there. Boom, cut it off, and then you're gonna want to clean that up a little bit, bore it out a little bit so that the ballpoint pen can fit through there all the way. It's gonna take a second. Bear with me. I'll do sound effects again, but I am terrible at them. Snip, 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 snip. Don't mind the kids in the background. They are just slightly crazy, that's all. And then you'll be able to fit it through. Once you get that all cleaned up and everything, you'll be able to click it through a little bit if you can see that. And then you'll want to pull it to the right depth, find the sweet spot. You're going to have to play with it at your own. I don't know what needle you have, whatever you're messing with. You're going to have to probably do this a couple times before you get it right. So you'll get aggravated with it. But anyways, once you do that, you'll want to put some electrical tape around the actual pen itself and the membrane in order to keep that so that the pen doesn't slide through, because it'll slide through and then it won't bounce back. You can try and put the spring in there to help it bounce back, but I haven't been successful with that yet, just because there's not enough room for the spring and the tape. So, I don't know if there's a way to connect the tape to the membrane. You can mess with it on your own. The spring to the membrane, not the tape. You can mess with it in your own time, but I know this works, so I do this. Just wrap the electrical tape a little bit of an angle so you can go up the pen without making too much of a bulge. You want it to just go around there smoothly. And you'll be able to click it a few times. Make sure that the electrical tape has a nice hold on it. I'm going to clean this out just a little bit more. I don't know why I cleaned it out a little bit more. Probably had a little flare on it or something. Alright, then I stick it all together and click, 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 click. There it goes. Make sure it all fits nice and snug. And then you have to trim down the back piece. Why did I take it apart? Oh, I was just moving it down some. Don't mind me. And then snip the end piece off there a little bit. You'll be able to get the size down just based off your needles. Around what size you want. You want to clean that up a little bit. I like to clean a little bit of the ink out of the back of the pen there, just so that it doesn't get in the ballpoint. Not in the ballpoint, but so that the pen ink doesn't get in tattoo machine as much, the rotary machine as much. I mean, you're going to get a little bit of ink in there, I feel like, just because it's, but, you know, I use the cheap little wormhole one for this. I don't use my nicer one, just because I don't want to mess up my nicer one. And then you'll see here that it does work. I'll do a little chicken scratch. You can see it bouncing. It got stuck there. You got to play with it sometimes. See, there's a little too long there, so I'm going to snip it down just a little bit. Stick it back in my gun, and it should work perfectly. Boom, look at that. In and out, in and out, in and out. And then I'll do a little chicken scratch for you guys, so you can see that it does indeed work. Do a little bit of cross hatching. The table that I'm doing it on the cloth, it's not the greatest, but yeah. But yeah, there you have it. Make your own ballpoint pen cartridge, quick and easy. No point in spending $25. I don't know. I'm going to spend the $25 and see if it's worth it, though.